The Apostle Paul, one of the greatest spiritual leaders in history, wrote these striking words, "I do not understand what I do. For what I want to do, I do not do, but what I hate, I do." Does that sound familiar? Today we're going to dive into a profound truth that most videos miss entirely. Why your battle with lust might not be a sign of failure, but rather a reflection of God's unique purpose for your life. By the end of this video, you'll see your struggle from an entirely new perspective. Throughout Scripture, there's a clear pattern. Those chosen for extraordinary purposes often face extraordinary temptations. David, a man after God's own heart, fell to lust with Bathsheba. Joseph, destined to save nations, was tempted by Potiphar's wife. Samson, gifted with supernatural strength, was repeatedly drawn to women outside God's plan. But here's something most videos don't mention. These weren't random failures. There's a spiritual principle at play that directly applies to your life today. When God calls someone to have a significant impact, the enemy doesn't resist with light opposition. He targets their potential. If you were at war, would you attack randomly, or would you strike at the heart of what could cause the most damage? The intensity of your struggle with lust might be directly tied to the level of threat your God-given purpose poses to the enemy. Now here's a groundbreaking truth that sets this video apart from the others. In 2 Corinthians, Paul talks about a persistent struggle, a thorn in his flesh that wouldn't go away despite his prayers. Therefore, in order to keep me from becoming conceited, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment me. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me. But he said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Scholars have debated what this thorn was. Some say a physical ailment, others a spiritual temptation. But here's the key insight. God didn't remove it. Instead, he revealed that this struggle had a purpose. It kept Paul humble and dependent on God's grace. Your struggle with lust might serve a similar purpose, not because God causes temptation, but because he can use even our battles to shape us for his greater purpose. This isn't just spiritual theory. It's a transformative truth that changes the way you view your own struggles. Throughout history, those who made the greatest spiritual impacts often battled the fiercest internal conflicts. St. Augustine, in his youth, prayed, "Lord, make me pure, but not yet," as he wrestled with sexual temptation. He later became one of Christianity's most influential theologians. C.S. Lewis called his own struggle with lust a zoo of desires. Yet he became one of the most powerful Christian voices of the 20th century. Even Mother Teresa confessed to intense periods of spiritual darkness and doubt while serving the poorest of the poor. What made these spiritual giants stand out was not the absence of struggle, but how they responded to it. Now let's make this practical. Understanding that you might be chosen for a significant purpose is just the start. How you respond to that calling is what matters. If your struggle with lust is linked to God's purpose for your life, here are 4 responses that separate the merely called from the truly chosen. Recognize the pattern of targeted attacks. When temptation grows stronger, ask yourself, what godly purpose is the enemy trying to thwart? Is it your leadership potential, your future marriage, or your ability to minister to others? James 1 encourages us to consider it pure joy when we face trials, not because trials are joyful, but because they develop perseverance which leads to spiritual maturity. Transform shame into sacred awareness. Many videos tell you to fight shame with willpower, but there's a more powerful approach. See your struggle as an invitation to deeper dependence on God. Paul didn't just endure his weakness, he boasted about it, saying, "When I am weak, then I am strong." Why? Because his weakness created space for God's power. Your awareness of your struggle with lust can bring you closer to God and cultivate humility that God can use powerfully. Weaponize your weakness. This is where your journey takes a unique turn. In 2 Corinthians 1:4, Paul says, "God comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God." Your struggle with lust isn't just a personal issue. It's preparation for your ministry. The areas where you've been wounded are often where you can bring healing to others. Embrace grace-powered discipline. Many teachings fall short here by either emphasizing grace without discipline or discipline without grace. But 1 Corinthians 15:10 shows us the synergy between the two. By the grace of God, I am what I am, and His grace to me was not without effect. No, I worked harder than all of them, yet not I, but the grace of God that was with me. This means you fight lust, not just through willpower, but through practices empowered by God's grace. Accountability, scripture meditation, service to others, and setting strategic boundaries. When you struggle but continue to return to God's presence, you're not failing. You're showing the persistent faith of someone chosen by God. Finally, let's shift your perspective in a way that changes everything. Most Christians view lust as proof they're falling away from God. But what if your increased awareness of this struggle actually shows you're drawing closer to Him? Romans 8:28 promises that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. The ultimate goal is to be conformed to the image of Christ. Your struggle with lust isn't derailing God's plan. It may very well be central to how He is shaping you for it. When David fell with Bathsheba, God didn't discard him. That failure became the backdrop for Psalm 51, one of the most powerful prayers of repentance ever written, offering comfort to millions. This doesn't mean we embrace sin, but we embrace God's redemptive power, which is greater than our shortcomings. The question isn't whether you will struggle, but whether you will let that struggle draw you deeper into dependence on God's grace. So, if you're struggling with lust, I want you to hear this clearly. Your struggle doesn't disqualify you from God's purposes. It might be the very evidence that you're being prepared for them. The enemy doesn't waste energy on those who don't pose a threat to his plans. Your calling isn't in spite of your struggles. It's being forged through them. Now I want you to do something no other video on this topic has asked you to do. Instead of just praying for freedom from lust, pray this week, God, show me the purpose behind this struggle. Reveal how you want to use this part of my story for your glory. Write down what God reveals to you and share it in the comments. It could be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if this perspective has given you hope, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because we bring biblical truth to life's toughest struggles every week. Remember, where you see weakness, God sees potential. Where you see failure, God sees faithfulness in returning to Him. And where you see struggle, God might see someone chosen for an extraordinary purpose. Breaking free from their control is something you can immediately use to shift the balance in your favor. This isn't just about knowledge, it's about action. Let's get started. The truth about energy control has been hidden for centuries by those who wanted to maintain their hold on power. But today, we're unlocking these secrets for everyone to access. Energy is all around us, in the air we breathe, the ground beneath our feet, and even within our own bodies. Scientists have proven that everything in the universe is made up of tiny particles that are buzzing with energy. This energy isn't mystical or supernatural. It's a natural force that follows clear scientific principles. Right now, your brain is processing millions of signals, sounds, sensations, and light, filtering out what it thinks you don't need. But that same filter is also what keeps you stuck. Let me tell you about Sarah, an ordinary person who accidentally discovered these principles while practicing basic breathing exercises. She noticed she could feel the flow of energy throughout her body. At first, she thought it was just better blood flow or oxygen intake. But as she kept practicing, she realized she could direct this energy to different parts of her body. The key is that our bodies are natural energy conductors. Just like electricity flows through copper wires, energy flows through specific pathways in our bodies. By learning to feel and direct this flow, we can use it to increase strength, speed up healing, and even influence the energy around us. But here's what most people don't know. This ability isn't limited to special individuals. Anyone can learn these techniques with the right training and practice. The process starts with becoming aware of your own energy. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Notice the subtle sensations in your hands and feet. The tingling feeling. That's energy moving through your body. Think of it like learning to ride a bike. At first, you might wobble and fall, but with practice, it becomes second nature. The same goes for energy control. Start small, focusing on feeling the energy in your hands. Once you master that, move on to directing it through your arms and eventually your entire body. The science behind this is your subconscious control panel. Fascinating quantum physics shows that particles can affect each other instantly, no matter how far apart they are. This means the energy in your body can interact with energy around you. It's not magic. It's physics we're only just beginning to understand. Let me share another story. Mike, a construction worker, used these techniques to overcome chronic back pain. By learning to direct energy to his injured areas, he helped his body heal faster than doctors predicted. His success wasn't a miracle. He simply applied these natural principles. But why hasn't this information been widely shared? It's simple. Control. Throughout history, certain groups kept these techniques secret to maintain their influence, creating complex systems and rituals to make them seem mysterious and out of reach for regular people. The truth is much simpler. Your body naturally wants to work with energy. You don't need special gifts or years of training. You just need to learn the basic principles and practice them consistently. Here's a basic exercise to get started. Rub your hands together for 30 seconds, then slowly pull them apart. Feel the resistance between them. That's energy. Practice increasing and decreasing the distance between your hands while maintaining that sensation. This simple exercise trains your awareness of energy fields. The benefits go beyond personal health. People have used these techniques to increase physical performance, improve mental clarity, and even influence electronic devices. The military has researched these abilities for decades, proving they're real and teachable. But be cautious. Some people complicate these teachings to make money or gain followers. They add unnecessary rules and restrictions. Stick to the basics. Focus on feeling and directing energy through your body, and trust your experiences over anyone else's claims. As you practice, you'll notice changes. Your senses will become sharper, and you'll feel more connected to your environment. You might even start affecting electronic devices without touching them. These aren't supernatural powers. They are natural abilities we all have, but rarely develop. The most exciting part, we're just scratching the surface. As more people learn these transformative techniques, we're discovering new applications every day. Regular people are pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible, all by using the basic principles of energy control. So, start practicing today. Don't let anyone tell you these abilities are beyond your reach. The truth about energy control is simple. It's a natural part of being human, and you already have everything you need to begin. Quantum entanglement is one of the most fascinating aspects of physics. It occurs when two particles become linked in such a way that the state of one particle directly relates to the state of the other, no matter how far apart they are. Think of two coins that always show opposite sides. If one shows heads, the other must show tails. This connection challenges our usual understanding of space and time. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance, because he couldn't explain how particles could affect each other instantly, faster than the speed of light, which seemed impossible according to traditional physics. Scientists have proven that quantum entanglement exists through numerous experiments. They've managed to entangle particles and separate them by kilometers, yet they still maintain their instant connection. In 2015, researchers at Delft University made a breakthrough. They entangled two electrons separated by more than a kilometer and showed that their properties stayed linked. But how does this affect you? The applications of quantum entanglement extend far beyond physics labs. Quantum computers use entangled particles to process information in ways that regular computers can't. This makes them much better at solving specific problems like breaking codes or modeling complex chemical reactions. Quantum entanglement also leads to better measurement tools. Scientists use it to build super-sensitive devices that can detect tiny changes in gravity, magnetic fields, and even time itself. These tools help us improve GPS systems, find underground resources, and study the Earth's structure. The most exciting use might be in communication. Quantum networks using entangled particles could create unbreakable codes. Any attempt to intercept the message would break the entanglement and alert both the sender and receiver. China has already launched a satellite that uses quantum entanglement to send secure messages. But the deeper meaning of quantum entanglement raises big questions about reality itself. If two particles can affect each other instantly across space, what does that say about the nature of space and time? Some scientists believe that everything in the universe might be connected through a vast network of quantum entanglement, tying together all things. A concept that aligns with ancient ideas of universal connection. Recent experiments have shown that even larger objects can become entangled, not just tiny particles. Scientists have entangled small diamonds and even living bacteria, suggesting quantum effects might play a role in biological processes, perhaps even in how our brains work. The future applications are endless. Imagine computers that could solve problems that would take current machines millions of years. Think about communication networks that are completely secure from hacking. Picture sensors so precise they could detect diseases before symptoms appear. However, we're still learning how to control quantum entanglement. The particles are incredibly sensitive. Any interaction with their environment can break the connection. Scientists need to keep them extremely cold and isolated, making practical devices that use quantum entanglement a significant challenge. Yet progress is happening quickly. Every year brings new discoveries and better ways to create and maintain entangled states. Companies like IBM and Google are racing to build better quantum computers, while researchers continue to find new ways to use entanglement in medicine, communication, and computing. The next major advancement could be the quantum internet, a network that uses entangled particles to transmit information. This would be much faster and more secure than our current internet. Several countries are already laying the foundation for this quantum network. As we continue to learn about quantum entanglement, we may need to completely rethink our understanding of the universe. Perhaps space and time aren't as solid or real as we once thought. Maybe everything is connected in ways we are only beginning to understand. The study of quantum entanglement shows us that reality is stranger and more wondrous than we ever imagined. It challenges our basic beliefs about how the world works and provides new tools to solve problems and build better technology. This leads us to consider how quantum effects might influence our minds. Could quantum processes in the brain help explain consciousness? Some scientists believe that our neurons might use quantum entanglement to process information. This brings us to the idea of your brain as a quantum computer. Your brain runs two separate operating systems: the conscious mind, which processes about 40 bits of information per second, and the subconscious mind, which processes an astounding 40 million bits per second. 1 million times more processing power running in the background. Think of your conscious mind as the tip of an iceberg, the small part above the water, while the massive chunk below represents your subconscious, which silently processes vast amounts of data from your environment, memories, and bodily functions. This hidden supercomputer affects every aspect of your life. It manages your heartbeat, breathing, and digestion without you needing to think about it. It stores every experience you've ever had, every skill you've learned, and every pattern you've recognized. When you drive a car or ride a bike, your subconscious handles most of the complex movements, while your conscious mind focuses on things like traffic and direction. But here's the remarkable part. Your subconscious doesn't differentiate between real and imagined experiences. When you vividly imagine something in your mind, your brain forms the same neural patterns as if you were actually doing it. Athletes use this principle when they mentally rehearse their performances, and their bodies respond as though they were physically practicing. Your subconscious also acts as a filter for reality. It takes in millions of pieces of information through your senses and decides what to bring to your conscious attention. Have you ever bought a new car and then started seeing that same model everywhere? Those cars were always there, but your subconscious didn't flag them as important before. This filtering system developed as a survival mechanism, Your ancient ancestors needed to quickly spot dangers, so their brains learned to highlight potential threats and ignore less critical information. Today, this same system can work for or against you. If you're often anxious, your subconscious may overemphasize threats, making the world seem more dangerous than it really is. The good news is that you can train your subconscious through repetition and emotional engagement. You can reprogram it to form new patterns and responses. This is why habits are so powerful. They're automated behaviors driven by your subconscious mind. Your subconscious also connects dots in ways your conscious mind can't. Have you ever had a solution pop into your head while doing something completely unrelated? That's your subconscious processing information in the background and presenting the answer when it finds it. This hidden processor never stops working. While you sleep, it sorts through the day's experiences, consolidates memories, and solves problems. This explains why solutions often come to us in the morning or after we take a break from conscious effort. The language of the subconscious isn't words, it's images, feelings, and symbols. This is why dreams can feel strange, yet meaningful, and why emotional experiences leave such lasting impressions. Your subconscious responds more strongly to emotions than to logic. You can use this knowledge to your advantage by feeding it positive images and emotions. This influences its filtering system, helping it notice more opportunities and solutions. By practicing new skills with full attention, you strengthen the neural patterns in your subconscious. Think of your conscious mind as the programmer and your subconscious as the program. The conscious mind sets the direction, but the subconscious handles the execution. When both systems work together, you can achieve things that seem impossible through conscious effort alone. Your subconscious is always learning, always processing, always working to help you survive and thrive. It's the most powerful computer you'll ever own, processing more information in a day than the most advanced supercomputers. By working with your subconscious instead of against it, you can tap into abilities and resources you didn't even know you had. You can improve your memory, enhance your skills, and change long-standing patterns of behavior. The key is understanding that your conscious thoughts and choices program your subconscious responses. This hidden supercomputer doesn't judge or argue. It simply accepts and acts on the programs it's given. By choosing what you feed it through thoughts, images, and experiences, you can reshape its operations to better serve your goals and dreams. The connection between your thoughts and reality runs deeper than most people realize. Let me explain how synchronicity works and why it matters for creating what you want in life. Think back to a time when you were thinking about someone and they suddenly called you, or perhaps you kept seeing the same number everywhere you looked. These aren't just random coincidences. They're examples of synchronicity in action. Carl Jung first noticed this pattern while working with his patients. He observed that meaningful coincidences occurred more often when people were focused on something important to them. The more attention they gave to certain thoughts, the more those thoughts seemed to appear in their daily lives. Your brain processes millions of pieces of information every second, but you only notice what matches your current thoughts and beliefs. It's like having a radio that can pick up hundreds of stations. You'll only hear the one you're tuned into. This filtering system helps explain why two people can experience the same event differently. A person who believes opportunities are everywhere will see chances for growth in every challenge, while someone focused on problems tends to find more things going wrong. But synchronicity goes beyond just noticing what matches your thoughts. It shows how your mind connects with everything around you. Scientists studying quantum physics found that tiny particles can affect each other instantly, regardless of distance. This suggests that we live in an interconnected web where everything influences everything else. Your thoughts create ripples in this web, and the stronger and clearer your thoughts, the stronger these ripples become. That's why people often see more synchronicities when they're passionate about something or working hard toward a goal. Here's how you can use this knowledge. Start paying attention to patterns in your life. Notice what happens after you focus strongly on certain thoughts. Keep track of meaningful coincidences, especially those related to your goals. Make your thoughts as clear and specific as possible. Vague wishes create weak ripples, but detailed, emotionally charged thoughts send stronger signals into the world around you. Stay open to unexpected connections. Sometimes the path to what you want may come through surprising channels. The person you meet by chance could introduce you to your next big opportunity, or that random article might contain exactly the information you need. Practice gratitude for the synchronicities you notice. This trains your brain to spot more of them. It's like learning a new language. The more you practice, the more you understand. Don't force things. Synchronicity works best when you hold your intentions clearly, but stay relaxed about how they might come true. Think of it like planting seeds. You water them and give them sunlight, but you don't dig them up every day. To check in with them, your subconscious mind, which we discussed earlier, plays a major role. It processes information much faster than your conscious mind and picks up on subtle patterns that you might miss. When you program it with clear intentions, it helps to create and notice relevant synchronicities. Some might worry this sounds like magical thinking, but it's really about working with natural laws we are just beginning to understand. Similar to how gravity existed before Newton identified it. Synchronicity works whether you believe in it or not. The key is to find the balance between active intention and passive allowance. Push too hard, and you create resistance. Stay too passive, and nothing changes. The sweet spot is a clear intention combined with relaxed attention. Start small by noticing the little synchronicities in your daily life and gradually build trust in the process. As your confidence grows, you can work with larger intentions. Remember, timing matters. Sometimes what you want needs other pieces to fall into place first. Trust that synchronicity will bring things at the right moment, even if it's not on your preferred timeline. This leads us to the next topic, the 3 laws of quantum manifestation. These laws explain why some people seem to create synchronicities more easily than others, and how you can improve your results by aligning with these natural principles. The power of synchronicity reveals that we are not isolated beings pushing against a random universe, but interconnected parts of a responsive whole. Understanding this helps you work more effectively with life, instead of struggling against it. The 3 laws of quantum manifestation are directly related to what we've learned about synchronicity, and they explain how our thoughts and energy create real changes in our lives. Let me break them down simply. The first law states that energy follows attention. What you focus on grows stronger. Think of a time when you bought a new car and suddenly noticed that same model everywhere. Your brain was picking up on what mattered to you. This principle applies to everything in life. If you focus on problems, you'll find more problems. If you focus on solutions, you'll spot opportunities. The second law teaches that energy matches frequency. Like tuning into a radio station, you need to be on the right frequency to receive what you want. If you desire more money but feel poor, you're broadcasting on the wrong channel. Your outer reality will reflect your inner state, which is why forcing things rarely works. You need to adjust your internal frequency first. The third law shows that energy needs direction. Raw power without a goal creates chaos. Your thoughts and feelings must aim toward clear goals. Think of it like throwing a ball. You need the right force and the right direction to hit your target. Many people have strong desires but scatter their energy in too many directions. These laws work together like a recipe. The first law tells you where to direct your attention. The second law explains how to align your energy with your desires. And the third law guides you to focus that energy properly. Let me give you a real example. Sarah wanted to start her own business. Using the first law, she focused all her attention on becoming an entrepreneur. She read books, took classes, and studied successful business owners. Following the second law, she started thinking and acting like a business owner even before she had her company. She dressed professionally, made business plans, and confidently spoke about her goals. Using the third law, she channeled all this energy into specific steps, registering her company, creating her product, and finding her first customers. Within 6 months, Sarah had a functioning business. She didn't just wish for success. She used these laws to create it. The amazing part, she said it felt natural, like everything just fell into place. That's what happens when you work with these laws instead of against them. Now you might wonder why some people try these laws but don't see results. Often they're missing one piece. They might focus hard but feel doubtful inside. Or they may feel confident but spread their energy too thin. All 3 laws need to work together. Think of it like baking bread. You need flour, water, and yeast. Miss any ingredient and you won't get bread. The same goes for manifesting. You need focus, matching energy, and clear direction. When combined correctly, results follow naturally. Let's look at how to use these laws in everyday life. Start small by picking one thing you want to create and give it your full attention. First law. Then ask yourself how someone who already has this would think and feel and match that energy. Second law. Finally, make clear plans on how to achieve it. Third law. Practice with simple goals first. For example, if you want to make new friends, focus your attention on being more social. Match the energy of friendly, outgoing people, and direct that energy by going to social events and starting conversations. As you see results, try bigger goals. These laws aren't magic. They work whether you believe in them or not. The key is learning to use them on purpose instead of by accident. Most people create their lives randomly, wondering why things don't work out. But you can use these laws to create what you want. The best part, once you understand these laws, you can't unknow them. You'll start seeing how they work everywhere. You'll catch yourself when you focus on what you don't want. Notice when your energy doesn't match your goals, and recognize when your efforts lack direction. As we move forward to discuss rewiring neural pathways, keep Keep these laws in mind. They form the foundation for all conscious creation. Your brain's pathways will strengthen whatever you focus on, match energetically, and direct purposefully. Your brain changes with every thought you have. This simple fact is the basis for neural rewiring. Neural rewiring is the process that lets you build new habits and change old patterns. Think of your thoughts as paths in a forest. The more you walk down a particular path, the clearer and easier it becomes to follow. Bad habits are like well-worn trails that your brain follows automatically, but you can create new paths. Each time you make a different choice, you start clearing a new trail. At first it's harder, like pushing through untamed brush, but with practice, this new path becomes the natural one. Your brain uses neuroplasticity to make these changes. Every time you repeat an action or thought, you strengthen the connections between brain cells, which are physical changes in your brain's structure. Let's look at 5 steps to create lasting change in your neural patterns. Pick one small change to focus on. Your brain responds better to gradual shifts than big jumps. For example, if you want to start exercising, begin with 5 minutes a day instead of planning hour-long workouts. Link your new behavior to something you already do. This creates a trigger that helps form the habit faster. For example, if you want to practice gratitude, do it right after brushing your teeth. Repeat your new habit daily for at least 21 days. This time frame helps solidify the neural connections. Missing one day won't ruin your progress, but consistency makes the biggest difference. Celebrate small wins. When you notice yourself following the new pattern, take a moment to feel good about it. This releases chemicals in your brain that strengthen the new neural pathway. Be patient with yourself. Old patterns took years to form, so new ones take time to build. Think of it like learning to write with your non-dominant hand. Awkward at first, but possible with practice. Here's a practical example. Let's say you want to stop checking your phone first thing in the morning. Start by putting your phone in another room before bed. When you wake up, instead of reaching for it, take 3 deep breaths. Link this new habit to the moment your feet touch the floor. The science behind this process is clear. Your brain cells communicate through connections called synapses. When you repeat a thought or action, these synapses get stronger, like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Your brain also prunes away connections you don't use, which explains why bad habits fade when you stop practicing them. The path grows over when you stop walking it. You can speed up the rewiring process by using multiple senses. If you're learning something new, try writing it down, saying it out loud, and moving your body at the same time. This activates different parts of your brain, creating stronger connections. Stress can hinder neural rewiring. When you're stressed, your brain prioritizes survival over learning, making it harder to stick to new habits during difficult times. Taking time to relax and sleep well supports the rewiring process. Your environment also plays a key role. For example, if you're trying to eat healthier, removing junk food from your house makes it easier for your brain to form new patterns, as it tends to follow the path of least resistance. Consider the habits you want to change. Perhaps you react strongly to criticism or procrastinate on important tasks. These patterns were formed through repetition and can also change through repetition. Start by becoming aware of these habits and notice when you slip into old patterns without thinking. Awareness creates a pause where you can choose a different response. Every time you make a different choice, you strengthen the new neural pathway. Your brain is constantly changing, and you're never stuck in any pattern, no matter how long it's been ingrained. Every day brings an opportunity to rewire your brain and create positive changes. Remember these key points. Start small, stay consistent, and be patient. Your brain will adapt to the patterns you practice most often. Over time, these new patterns will feel as natural as your old ones. The way we manage our emotions directly impacts our energy. Think of your emotions as raw energy that can either drain you or fill you with strength. Negative emotions like anger, fear, and sadness can sap your energy if you allow them to linger. But these same emotions can fuel positive change when you learn to work with them. Take anger, for example. Many people try to push it away or deny it, but doing so actually drains more energy than confronting it. Instead of fighting anger, transform it. Feel where it sits in your body. Maybe it's heat in your chest or tension in your shoulders. And imagine this energy as fuel you can redirect into something constructive, like exercise or creative work. Fear is another major energy drain. The body responds to fear by preparing to fight or flee, which depletes energy. But fear can also become a tool for growth. When you feel afraid, your senses become sharper, and you notice more details about your environment. This heightened awareness can help you make better decisions and spot opportunities you might have missed. Sadness often makes people feel drained and fatigued. Many try to escape it through distractions or sleep, but sadness carries important messages about what matters to you. It shows that you care deeply about something. And this caring is a powerful source of energy that can motivate positive changes. The key to transforming emotional energy is acceptance. Fighting emotions wastes energy, but accepting them saves energy. This doesn't mean you have to like negative emotions or let them control you. It means you stop resisting how you feel. Start by noticing your emotions without judgment. If you're angry, simply acknowledge, "I'm feeling angry right now." Don't add stories or judgments about why you shouldn't feel that way. Every time you catch yourself resisting an emotion, gently bring your focus back to simply feeling it. Your body provides signals about your emotional energy: tension, heaviness, butterflies in your stomach. These physical sensations are how your body communicates emotions. Learning to read these signals helps you recognize when emotional energy is draining you. Once you can feel emotions in your body, you can start to move the energy. If you're feeling stuck in an emotion, try moving your body, dance, stretch, or shake it out. Physical movement helps emotional energy flow rather than getting stuck. Breathing can also transform emotional energy. When you're upset, your breathing tends to be shallow and quick, signaling your body to stay in stress mode. By breathing slowly and deeply, you signal to your body that it's safe to relax, freeing up energy previously used for stress. Your thoughts are crucial in determining how much energy your emotions consume. Negative thought patterns can keep you stuck in draining emotional states. Practice catching these thoughts and asking whether they help or hurt your energy. You don't need to force positive thinking, but notice when your thoughts amplify emotions unnecessarily. Different emotions require different approaches. Excitement and joy are high-energy emotions that lift you up, but might need to be grounded to avoid scattering your focus. Calm and peace are quieter energies that recharge you. but may need to be activated when it's time to take action. Creating a balanced emotional energy system involves learning to work with all your emotions, not just the pleasant ones. Each emotion has a unique energy that can be harnessed when you know how to direct it. Even the most challenging emotions can become sources of strength when you understand how to transform their energy. This emotional energy work ties into the neural pathway changes we discussed earlier. As you practice transforming emotional energy, you're also creating new patterns in your brain. These patterns make it easier to manage strong emotions in the future. Your brain becomes better at recognizing when emotions are draining you and automatically begins the transformation process. The goal isn't to eliminate negative emotions, as that's impossible and not even beneficial. The goal is to use all your emotional energy efficiently, feeling your emotions fully while choosing how to channel that energy. With practice, you'll find yourself with more energy available for what matters most to you. The connection between thought and reality exists within quantum visualization. Building upon our work with emotional energy, let's now focus on creating clear mental images that bring your goals into physical form. Your brain processes images 60,000 times faster than words. When you create a mental picture, your nervous system responds as if the event is happening in the present moment. This is why professional athletes use visualization before competitions. Their muscles actually fire in tiny amounts as they mentally picture perfect movements. Let's practice quantum visualization with a simple exercise. Close your eyes and imagine an orange. See its round shape, textured skin, and bright color. Now picture yourself peeling it. Watch the oils spray into the air as your fingers break the surface. Smell the sharp citrus scent. Feel the soft white pith underneath as you pull apart the segments. See the juice glistening. If you noticed your mouth watering, you've just experienced how mental images can trigger physical responses. Your body reacted to a fruit that wasn't even there. The same principle applies to any goal you want to achieve. The quantum field responds to clear signals. Think of it like tuning a radio. You need a strong, steady frequency to receive a clear signal. Fuzzy, uncertain images create fuzzy results. Sharp, detailed visualizations send precise instructions to the quantum field. Here's how to create effective quantum visualizations. First, choose a specific goal. Let's say you want to increase your income. Instead of vaguely wishing for more money, picture yourself receiving a specific amount. See the exact number in your bank account and feel the emotions of having that money. Relief, excitement, and freedom. Then, add sensory details. What does financial success look like, sound like, or feel like? Perhaps you're sitting at your desk, reviewing investment statements, walking into a beautiful new home, or helping causes you care about. Make it as real as possible in your mind. Strengthen the signal by engaging your emotions. The quantum field responds more strongly to feelings than thoughts. As you hold the visualization, feel deep gratitude, as if it's already happened. Let joy and appreciation fill your body. Quantum visualization works best when you're in a relaxed, receptive state. Take several deep breaths before starting to release any tension or resistance. Your goal is to reach the peaceful space between sleeping and waking, where your brain produces alpha waves. Practice your visualization daily, preferably right after waking or just before sleep, as these are natural alpha wave states when your subconscious is most receptive. Keep each session short but focused. 5 to 10 minutes of clear imaging is more effective than an hour of scattered thoughts. Don't be concerned if your visualization shifts over time. This is completely normal as you refine what you truly want. Stay flexible, but keep your core intention clear. The quantum field responds to the essence of your desire, not the exact details. Some may worry that visualization is just wishful thinking, but research shows it causes measurable changes in your brain and body. Studies on musicians have found that mental practice activates the same neural pathways as physical practice. Your nervous system cannot distinguish between a vivid mental image and reality. To speed up your results, combine visualization with action that aligns with your goals. For example, if you envision more income, take concrete steps to achieve that goal. Apply for better jobs, learn new skills, or start a business. The quantum field works through you, not for you. Watch for signs that your visualization is beginning to manifest, such as new opportunities, helpful people, or useful information coming your way. These synchronicities show that you're tuned into the right frequency. Be patient with the process. Just as a seed needs time to grow, your visualizations need time to manifest. Trust that the quantum field is responding, even when you can't see the results yet. Keep your vision clear and steady. Consistency is key. Even just a few minutes of daily practice can build momentum, making your visualization clearer and stronger. As you practice, your belief in the process will grow, and the gap between imagination and reality will narrow. Remember, the quantum field is responding to your signal every moment. What images are you sending out? Are they clear, positive and intentional, or fuzzy and negative? Take control of your mental images, and you take control of your reality. Now let's explore practical tools to help shift your reality using these quantum principles. These tools are simple, but require consistent practice. Let's go through 5 methods that work well together. The first tool is the mirror method. Stand in front of a mirror each morning, look into your eyes, and speak your desired reality as if it's already happening. For example, I am healthy, I am strong, I am creating exactly what I want. Your brain will start accepting these statements as truth when you repeat them while maintaining eye contact with yourself. Next is the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique, which helps you stay present while making changes. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This connects you firmly to the present moment, making it easier to direct your energy. The third method is reality scripting. Write down your desired situation in complete detail in a notebook. Write it as if it's happening right now, in the present tense, and include all 5 senses, what you see, hear, feel, smell, and taste in this new reality. Read it every night before bed and every morning upon waking. The fourth tool is the energy bubble technique. Visualize a clear bubble around you, filled with the feeling of your desired reality. For instance, if you want more money, fill it with the feeling of abundance. If you want better health, fill it with vitality. Carry this bubble with you throughout the day. The fifth tool is pattern breaking. Old habits keep us stuck in old realities. Each week, change one small habit, such as taking a different route to work, eating lunch at a new time, or wearing different colors. These small changes add up to big shifts in reality. These tools work best when used together. Start your day with the mirror method. Use the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique whenever you feel scattered. Write in your reality script before bed. Practice the energy bubble throughout your day. Break one pattern each week. You might feel resistance at first, as your mind may want to revert to familiar patterns. But that's normal. Keep going. Each time you use these tools, you create new neural pathways, making it easier to manifest different realities. Some people see results quickly, while for others it takes weeks or months. The key is consistency. Use these tools daily, even when you don't feel like it. Even when you think nothing is happening, change often builds up quietly before showing up in your physical reality. Start small. Focus on one area of your life, such as improving your health. Use the mirror method to declare your health goals. Ground yourself with 5-4-3-2-1 before exercise. Write about your healthy body in your reality script. Fill your energy bubble with vibrant health. Break patterns by trying new healthy foods. Track your progress and note the small shifts in your thoughts, feelings, and actions. These small changes show that the tools are working and will build momentum for larger changes. These methods work with your brain's natural ability to create reality by filtering information and making meaning. They help you direct that process consciously instead of letting it happen automatically. You can use these tools anytime, anywhere. The mirror method works with any reflective surface. You can do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in a crowd. Reality scripting works on your phone if you don't have paper. Your energy bubble is invisible to others. Pattern breaking can be small changes that only you notice. Make these tools your own. Adjust them to fit your lifestyle. Maybe you prefer to do mirror work at night, or you like scripting during lunch breaks. Maybe your energy bubble has a specific color or texture. The tool should fit comfortably into your routine. Keep what works and discard what doesn't. Add new tools as you find them. Your reality-shifting practice will evolve with you. The most effective tools are the ones you actually use. These methods have helped many people make real changes in their lives, from finding better jobs to improving relationships, increasing income, and enhancing health. They can work for you too, if you use them consistently. Start now. Pick one tool and use it today. Add another tomorrow. Build your practice step by step. Your new reality is built by small actions repeated over time. Your body and mind hold extraordinary abilities that most people never tap into. You can access these hidden strengths to make real changes in your life. Let's start simple. Take a deep breath and notice how your chest rises and falls. This basic action connects you to your body's natural energy system. Each breath brings fresh oxygen to your cells and clears out what you don't need. Think about times when you felt truly alive, such as during exercise, dancing, or a perfect moment when everything clicked. That feeling wasn't random. You can create it intentionally anytime. Your brain runs on electrical signals and chemical reactions. By learning to control these processes, you can change how you think and feel. It's like having access to your body's control panel. Start by focusing on your hands. Make a fist, then release it slowly, feeling the tension flow away. This small exercise shows how you can direct energy through your body. Now imagine that same control spreading to every muscle, every cell. Many people think they are stuck with their current energy levels, mood, or abilities, but that's not true. Your body constantly rebuilds itself. Your brain creates new connections each time you learn something. You can guide these changes. The techniques you've learned about reality shifting are not just theories. They are tools for rewiring your brain. When you visualize your goals, your brain starts building pathways to achieve them. When you practice new habits, you're reshaping your neural networks. Your transformation isn't just mental. Your breathing changes your body chemistry. Your posture affects your hormone levels. Your thoughts influence your immune system. Everything is connected. You may think this sounds too good to be true, but these aren't magical claims. They're based on how your body and brain actually work. The science is clear. You can change your physical and mental state through practice and focus. Start with 5 minutes each day. Sit quietly and scan your body from head to toe. Notice areas of tension or discomfort. Don't try to fix anything, just observe. This builds your awareness and control. Next, pick one small habit to change. Maybe you want to stand taller, breathe deeper, or smile more. Focus on this one change until it feels natural. Small steps lead to big transformations. Your energy follows your attention. If you focus on problems, you'll feel drained. If you focus on solutions and possibilities, you'll feel energized. This isn't about positive thinking. It's about energy management. Your body responds to what you tell it. When you say, "I'm tired," your brain releases chemicals that make you feel tired. When you say, "I'm getting stronger," your brain prepares for action. Choose your words carefully. Physical movement speeds up transformation. You don't need intense exercise. Gentle stretching or walking works too. Movement circulates energy and triggers positive changes in your brain chemistry. Your senses are powerful tools for change. Certain sounds can calm or energize you. Specific smells can trigger memories or boost focus. Colors can affect your mood. Use these natural tools to support your transformation. Sleep is when your body and brain rebuild themselves. Good sleep habits make everything else easier. Create a calm bedtime routine. Keep your sleep space dark and quiet. Give your system time to reset. Stress isn't your enemy. It's energy waiting to be redirected. When you feel stressed, don't fight it. Acknowledge the energy and choose how to use it. Turn nervous energy into motivation. Transform anger into determination. Your food choices affect your energy patterns. Heavy meals drain energy for digestion. Light, nutritious foods provide steady fuel. Water helps your cells function better. Think of food as energy programming. You're not starting from scratch. You already have everything you need. Your body knows how to heal and grow stronger. Your brain knows how to learn and adapt. You're simply learning to work with these natural processes. This transformation isn't about forcing change. It's about removing blocks and allowing your natural energy to flow. Trust your body's wisdom. Listen to its signals. Follow its lead. The changes you want are already starting. Every breath, thought, and choice shapes your new reality. You're not becoming something different. You're revealing who you truly are. Take another deep breath. Feel the potential in your body. Notice the clarity in your mind. This is where your transformation begins. Not tomorrow, but right now. If this video resonated with you, take a moment to like it and share your thoughts in the comments. I'm always interested in what resonated most with you. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future content. Until next time.